Good afternoon. I am Tracy Spence with your newscast. This newscast is brought to you courtesy of BioLife Energy Systems. Come join the living. Call them at 800-875-5433. USA Credit Repair, a key to beautiful credit. You may call them at 800-786-1330. And Cruising with the Case Handler, a show on personal injury and immigration, weekdays 8:30 a.m., on Saturdays 7 p.m. and 12 noon on Sundays. Now for the news in details. Jamaica on a Saturday recorded 2 more COVID deaths, increasing the tally to 32. At the same time, there were 60 new cases with the ages of the patients ranging from 4 to 78 years old. The total case count is now at 3,024, with 1,965 of them active, while there have been 950 recoveries, with 28 reported on Saturday. The Health Ministry said the two latest COVID-19 related deaths are of a 80-year-old female with a history of uncontrolled hypertension and a 42-year-old man who was hypertensive, diabetic, and obese. Both deceased were from Kingston and St. Andrew and died while receiving treatment in hospital. The ministry said elderly persons and persons with chronic illnesses are at higher risk for severe illness and death. Another closure of the Jamaican gateway to tourists would spell economic ruin, tourist stakeholders are predicting. Their concerns stem from the spike in the COVID-19 cases and the blame being placed on the industry. Chairman of the TRC committee, John Bowles, told reporters that while he's not denying that there have been positive COVID-19 cases among tourists, he said those persons were successfully quarantined in hotel isolation rooms as per the COVID-19 protocols and all have departed the country without incidents of spread to staff or other guests. Bowles, one of two signatories of a 1,600-word letter to the press on Friday, hopes to dispel references made across the media landscape, singling out the sector for being one, if not the main cause of the spike. Jamaica depends on tourism for 50% of its foreign exchange earnings and employs directly and indirectly up to 350,000 workers at all levels, including taxi drivers, tour guides, housekeepers, bartenders, waiters, divers, lifeguards, supervisors, managers, shopping agents, craft traders, roadside vendors, and so much more. For the 4 months that the island's airports were closed to commercial travel, said that the economic damage done to the country's economy, as well as the hundreds of small, medium, and large tourism businesses across the island comprising hotels, attractions, craft vendors, and shopping when tabulated, is expected to be in the billions of dollars. The government of Cuba has denounced what it has called a media blockade at the international level on the country's success in confronting the COVID-19 pandemic. In a message on Twitter, Cuba's Foreign Minister Bruno Rodriguez said the scientists on the Spanish-speaking communist island have shared their advances with the world, shown protocols against the pandemic and results of a vaccine candidate. However, this is not reported. Cuba is the only country in Latin America with a COVID-19 vaccine candidate in a clinical trial that has been approved by the World Health Organization. On Thursday, Cuban experts exposed advances in the vaccination for COVID-19 when they appeared before representatives of the Pan American Health Organization. In a video conference also held with experts from Senegal, they widely shared details about medical protocols as well as Cuban biotechnology products. The Trinidad and Tobago-based Caribbean Women in Leaders CWIL has congratulated the 18 women who were successful in being elected to Jamaica's parliament in the general election on September 3rd. The election saw an increase in the number of women candidates from the 26 in 2016 to 34 in 2020. The number of those elected translates to 28.6% representation of women headed to the Jamaican Parliament, from 17.1% in 2016. Equal representation of women and men in politics and decision-making is a requirement for achieving gender equality, it said, adding that it is essential to true democracy and good governance in political and public life. And that is it for the news. This newscast came to you courtesy of BioLife Energy Systems. Come join the living. Call them at 800-875-5433. USA Credit Repair, a key to beautiful credit. You may call them at 800-786-1330. And Cruising with the Case Handler, a show on personal injury and immigration, weekdays 8:30 a.m. on Saturdays 7 p.m. and 12 noon on Sundays. On behalf of the news and production team, I am Tracy Spence. Do have a good afternoon.